Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a comparison video between the Adidas Boost technology versus the Nike Lunarlon technology. This is a video that I was really excited to do, and I want to try to break it down the best I can for you guys in a technical and non-performance based review. So, just so you guys know, again, this is non-performance based. I'm not a runner by any means. This is more for casual side wear. I'm not an expert at running. My wife runs, but I want to have full disclosure on that. This is more for comfort and what I honestly think about each of the models. But I have a lot of positive things to say about both, to be 100% honest. I've been a huge Nike Lunarlon fan from the very beginning. If you guys don't know, like I started off with my Lunarlon ones, the Lunarglides actually, and then you can see here I have the Lunarglide 4s, just completely beat up. I do wear a lot of Lunarglides from the beginning. Again, the Lunarglide 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now they have the 5. Now we've evolved to the Flyknits and whatnot. So this technology is at least 5 years old, so keep that in mind. Boost technology is only a year old from what I can gather. It seems like it launched last year. So I guess if you look at things in the large scale of, like, Nike came out with a great technology called Lunarlon, and I'm going to break it down what it is in a second. But they came out with this technology 5 years ago. Since then, Adidas saw this technology, was like, we have to come to the market. We have to bring something to the market that is equivalent to that. And it seems like they developed the Adidas Boost, which didn't catch my eye until a handful of months ago. And as soon as I started seeing it, it was actually the first time I went to the employee store, the Adidas Employee store. I saw the Adidas Boost there, and I was like, what are these things? I'd never paid attention to any of it before, but it kind of intrigued me a little bit. And the more I paid attention, the more I learned, and the more I was impressed with what I was seeing. So hopefully, if you guys are newer to this technology, I'm bringing you guys some information on something that you guys may not know much about. And again, this is from a kind of an entry-level sort of mentality. So I wrote down some information here about what Lunarlon is, and Lunarlon is the soles on these sneakers here. This is probably the best example right here. You can see the sole separation between the two, the bottom and the speckled part and the gray part. It says Lunarlon on it, and you can see that it's this material that is really cushiony. But what it is, it says Lunarlon cushioning features a soft yet resilient foam core encased within a supportive foam carrier, which is the separation, I believe. Ultra plush cushioning, springy response and support. This innovative foam, invented at Nike at 30% lighter than traditional Phylon, allows the force of impact to be more evenly distributed and help reduce painful pressure points on your foot. So it's lighter, it's more responsive, it's more cushioned, and it is an all-around, like, pretty much superior Phylon or whatever it's called than a normal running sneaker. That's, I believe, where it came from, and the fact that the sneakers are so cush and so cushiony and yet still responsive is a big, huge plus. Now, there is kind of two things to consider, in my opinion, with comfort. That's responsiveness and cushioning. These are running shoes at the core, so responsiveness is really important. So if you have a shoe that it's cushioned too much, it might not be as responsive, and therefore you might not be able to react as quick, or be quick to step or whatever from the cushioning. So there has to be that perfect balance between cushioning and responsiveness, and I think that both of these types of sneakers model after that is what I'm trying to say. So the Boost technology says it provides higher energy return than any other foam cushioning materials in the running industry. And basically they have a 30-day money-back guarantee on the Boost technology if you don't find it to be good enough. And the other thing is, this Boost technology is pretty impressive. It's really cushiony, as you can see here. Well, if you can. It looks like almost styrofoam, right? But it is really cushiony and really thick. And it's minimalistic to a point, because, at least on this model, you can see on the Rocket Boost, and I'll go over the models here in a second, and the tiering of the models, which is more expensive and whatnot. But the Rocket Boost has this big, huge boost material, and then, like, it has just, well, this one has some vents in it, but you can see that the the boost material is underneath this. So they basically took a rubber kind of outsole and just stuck it right on top of the boost material. And unlike that of, well, I guess, I mean, the Lunarlon on this is the Flyknit Chukkas. As you guys know, I've gone on record saying that this is the most comfortable shoe I ever own, and you can see that it is one unit as well. So it's this Lunarlon material, and then it just transfers down to the sole. So it is just one. It says Lunarlon right there. So it is just one unit as well. Extremely light in comparison. These are lighter than the Adidas, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But for model wise, so you guys see the Flyknit Chukka, I believe the price point was $170 on these ones, so it really should be like this for the price points. I believe these ones were $160. These are the Energy Boost 2s, and these are the women's ones that I got the wife. And so this is like the elite tier version of the Boost, the more expensive pair. Then following that pair up, you have I believe no, not the Sequence. Is it the Sequence? No, I'm sorry. It was the Rocket Boost. So the Rocket Boost is more expensive at $140. And then after this tier, you have this one that's $130. And this is the newest one that they have called the Sequence Boost. And you can see the difference in the Boost material is a lot thinner than that of the Rocket Boost. So somebody was like, it's not fair to compare the Sequence Boost because of the amount of Boost material is way less than it is on something like the Rocket. So it is kind of interesting to see that they have multiple versions of these sneakers. And the one that everybody probably knows that I don't have in front of me is the Pure Boost, which is kind of a more minimalistic upper and has the full, I believe it's like just like this one with the full amount of Boost material on it. They look really nice. I believe the price point of those is $120. So on the Nike side, you have the Flyknit Chukka highs, those ones, or the Flyknit Chukkas, excuse me, for $170. I don't remember what these ones were. I think they were about $150. And these ones, as you can see, are the Flyknit ones. And this is the wife's pair again. And then you can see the Lunarglide 5s for comparative purposes up here. And I believe the price point was $110 on those ones. So those ones were the cheapest ones out of the group. Now I wanted to show you guys just one thing real quick with the weight. And so I have a scale. So you can see, like, this is the Sequence Boost, and it's about, you can see that it's about 10 ounces. And then this one is the Lunarglide 5, and it's about 10 ounces. But when you step it up to this Flyknit, and this is a women's Flyknit, it's 6.7 ounces versus the women's Boost. It's 8.6 ounces. So this is 2 ounces heavier than that one. And these are like for like, I guess, models, if you would. I mean, it's roughly the same price points. The lightest one out of all of them, though, is this Flyknit Chukka. I believe, well, no, 6.9 ounces. For a men's shoe, it's pretty light. Versus a Rocket Boost, just to give you guys a look, and it's 9.4 ounces. So the Rocket Boots are quite a bit heavier than the Flyknit Chukkas. The Flyknit Chukkas are extremely light, and the Flyknit material is just lighter in general than the Boost. But the Boost has responsiveness, so that's, I think, the thing to keep most in mind, is the Boost side of things really focuses more on the responsiveness, not the cushioning, because like you can see, Energy Boost, it's supposed to boost your step, so when you're running, it springs back. And I think that's notable that they're focusing on the reactiveness more than the cushioning. So after the weight, you probably want to consider comfort a little bit and which one is more comfortable. And I think that's more or less, for me, something that's really important, which one has the most comfort. And to be 100% honest, like I don't have too much more of a favorite over one than the other one. I've been a diehard Lunarlon fan for at least 5 years, since the very first Lunarglide 1, as I mentioned. And now that there's up to the Lunarglide 5s, and there's not much difference in the midsoles from the 5s and the 4s. Like, if you look, it's literally the same. They just took the same exact thing, and it's like reinventing the wheel every single year. It's like you can't have too many more than 5 models of this sneaker without trying to do something new and make it a little bit more innovative. This sneaker was very innovative when it first came out, but since then Adidas has counteracted that with the Boost technology. And I really do think that the Boost technology has a ton of potential. The market share is obviously probably in Nike's favor, but I think that more and more people are going to be stepping up into the Boost side of things, whether it be the Pure Boost, the Rocket Boost, or whatever it might be. And I think people are going to be impressed. Material-wise, you guys know, or at least I know, the Nike materials better than I do the Adidas, branding wise at least. Like you have the Flywire, and then you have the Flyknit materials on here. Flyknit material is very, very nice. It's more expensive than normal materials, but it's really nice and breathable. Adidas has their own versions of the materials, and I don't know. Let's see if this sheet actually has any names of what the stuff is. Torsion system at the bottom down here. So that's at the bottom there, and that I really don't even know what that's for. It says it's for energy return to the forefoot and natural integrity of the midfoot. It has this Tech Fit upper right here, so this is called Tech Fit, and you can tell it's like, I mean, it's just the type of material, and instead of having the material pressed on, like, you know, Nike has their own version of what this is called, but you can see it's just I mean, it's a nice material. They didn't slack on material, so I believe that this is going to be pretty durable. My wife's ran it in these a handful of times, and she said they're very comfortable. And other than the Tech Foot, this also has the My Coach, I believe is what it's called, which is kind of like the like a compatible thing to make it so you can run and it will give you the stats. I believe that's what it is for. Anyway, that's a really bad interpretation of and detailed specs. I'm not the detailed guy, as you guys already know. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinions. I do like all of the sneakers. I mean, these are all comfortable models. If I had to choose one sneaker out of all of these available, I still have to go with my gut and have to go with the Flyknit Chukka, only because aesthetically, to me, I didn't like this sneaker at the very first time I saw it, but it was literally love at first try. Like, I put this thing on my foot, and it's extremely lightweight. It's extremely comfortable. It's very, very well cushioned. The only thing that is a little bit weird is this little Nike dot thing down here. When you're stepping in like linoleum or like in this concrete, like in the store, sometimes this is a little bit squeaky feeling. Other than that, like, this to me is honestly the most comfortable shoe. I still, to this day, would say this is the most comfortable shoe I own in my collection. But that being said, I wear these, like, I've been wearing these two as daily runners for the last couple weeks now, and they're ridiculously comfortable. The Rocket Boost, if you're looking for casual comfort, the Rocket Boost is definitely the way to go. The amount of boost technology on here is huge, and you can definitely feel the comfort when you put this on your foot. Also, I wear these without socks sometimes, and this Climacool, or whatever the hell it's called. Let's see, what does it actually have? A Climate Chill, sorry. I don't know the technical branding. The Climate Chill is actually legit. Like, you can see the vents at the bottom. It actually feels like really nice when you put it on your foot, and like, even it's really breathable. If it's a little bit windy out, you can feel the wind coming through the sneakers, and I think they're really, really breathable and comfortable sneakers. Durability I can't really speak to yet because I've only tried them for a couple weeks, but I imagine the materials are up to par, and it's a very durable material. And that's something to note about this this boost technology. They said that this is supposed to be very, very durable, and their sales pitch to me when I bought them was more or less that this technology, or this shoe, is supposed to last 1.5 times longer than a normal running shoe. So they said a normal running shoe is supposed to last like 6 months or so, then, like, for serious runners, I'm assuming, and then this technology is supposed to last like 1.5 years or something like that. So something to keep in mind. But very, very comfortable shoe. If you want something a little bit with a little bit more restriction, the Sequence Boost is actually really, really nice. It has smaller amount of the boost technology, but it gives you way more stability than that of something like the Rocket Boost. And that's something that I can say also for the Flyknit Chukka, that the stability, if you're looking for stability, that shoe's not the one for you. I like it just more free flowing for me, but this shoe is really nice for that. Serious runners, my wife, I got these ones, Energy Boost, and she says, I'm actually going to do a video with her eventually of her top 5 running shoes in her collection, because she has a bunch of different brands, Nike, Adidas, Saucony, Brooks. Like, she has a lot of different brands, and I want her to tell you guys which one is the best for her in running. But I know this is kind of like, you guys are probably expecting me to go like, oh, this is a far superior brand than the other brand. I really like the fact that there's competition, because Lunarlon ran things, in my opinion, at least for my feet, they ran things for the last 5 years. Boost gives us some pretty nice competition with this technology, and all that is going to do is drive the innovation further with Nike. So we have Lunarlon now. I can picture a Lunarlon 2 or Lunarlon 2.0 or 5.0 or whatever they want to call it. Like, the next rendition of Lunarlon has to be on the way. They have to be able to keep innovating and make something that is lightweight, durable, responsive, and have good cushioning. I think that Nike has really been innovative in that field for the last handful of years with the Nike Shocks and Nike Air and so on and so on. I don't think it's stopping at this Lunarlon right here. I just can picture bigger and better things in the years to come. But with that in mind, Adidas has done something phenomenal with this Rocket Boost, or this, the Boost technology in general. It is something else because it is very responsive, it is very cushiony, and supposedly it's very durable as well. So I like the forward motion of the progress of this kind of technology battles, and I'm curious to see where it lends us in the future. I also like the fact that Nike and Adidas both offer different tiering styles. You have the Lunarglides again for 110, and the other ones, 130, 140, 160. It's nice to have a tiering kind of system, so you have like kind of an elite model, and then you have other ones that can fit your styles or whatever you might be it casual or more support, and so on. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on these technologies. In my opinion, it's a win-win on either which way you go. If you have been a Lunarlon fan like myself for the last 5 years, I definitely say at least try on a pair of the Boosts, because it's almost like kind of refreshing to try something a little bit different, because you're used to having the Lunarlon. It's nice to be able to try something different. That's also, it's like probably like driving a Mercedes instead of a BMW. Both very nice, but a little bit different. And even at that difference, you can choose your style to the one that might suit you the best. So hopefully, again, you guys like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And thank you guys for watching. Peace, guys.